Axe get across, get in that compound right here. Right? Axe is across, or X-Mit's across. Axe moves to X-Mit's hold pause. While he's doing that, gets on deck, and he pushes across, and then we'll follow up with a vehicle. Only when we have full control over all this shit down here, only when we have full control over all this, will I send the vehicles full speed down to the corner, okay? The rally point at the other end of the bridge for staging for the second phase of clearing buildings is here, okay? Right? We're gonna pull in vehicles down there. Alright. Everyone grab a vehicle. We got one trans, we got one MRAP, Axe grab an MRAP, X-Big grab Logi, grab Bradley. Actually, I got the second river. Never mind. We only how many points we can jack in there? Hey, Shadow, can you do me a biggie? Are you doing something right now? Can you grab a crewman kit and drive the Bradley down there? Grab the Bradley down to the mosque and don't flip it. Hey, Jamal, do you have a number pad? I do, in fact, yeah. Okay, you're gonna be touching me. Oh shit, no, never mind. We're good, don't worry about it. Bradley will operate independently. Don't forget to send your order here to me. Anyone.
Hello everybody, and welcome to our Saturday Session 2 Squad Ops event. tonight is Operation Grit, and it's a brand new op, and it's a new and improved, basically a new and improved grinder. For those of you who don't know, I will go over the op brief after this. But Operation Grit, it should be pretty exciting. We've got commands Karmacut with his squad leads Axe Gaming, Expit, Lawn Darts, and HML. A lot of experience there. Lawn Darts, Expit, Axe Gaming, HML. All these guys have done a lot, commanded a lot. So a lot of good leadership out of this group. Insurgents are led by Rose Dragon with squad leads Pain, Storm, Hero, and Sugar. A lot of experienced squad leads on the INS side. A lot of the US squad leads are really into commanding and whatnot, except maybe Axe. So there's a lot of command experience there, but I feel Insurgents may have the more squad lead experience, and it's different than commanding, because it's a lot harder to deal with 9 people than it is to deal with the 4 people in command. In my opinion, and especially if you're command. So tonight is Operation Grit. It is a US versus INS operation. The INS have set up 3 roadblocks. As you can see, there's 1, there's 2 over here, and then there's 3 on that end. So basically they have blocked off the southeast Al-Basra area, and they have made one of these buildings a hideout. They've made this building right here a hideout. Rose Dragon has, and their choices on hideouts on this location were limited to any of the buildings that look exactly like this. As you see, as you can see, they sort of reuse the same kind of assets to fill out the towns, and there's at least 10 of these on this island, and they can choose between which one of these they want as a hideout. I sort of was looking at the hideouts earlier, and I really liked this idea right here, where you'd have a 3-story across the street from a single story, or from the hideout location. But then I got to thinking the warrior is going to be able to see across the street or across the river and nail these that 3-story building from range. So more of a trap than anything, but it was an option. If they can deal with the British assets, they might have a chance. Speaking of assets, let me go over them. The British, or sorry, yeah, why did I say US if it's the British? Or it's a Bradley, it's not a warrior. That's why, because it's US versus Britain. My apologies. US have, for their squads, 2 automatic riflemen, 1 grenadier, 2 breachers, and 1 medic. For their platoon, they get 2 MGs. The vehicles are 1 times Bradley, 2 times MRAP open tops, 2 times train truck, and 1 logistics trucks with a maximum of 1,000 ammunition. And they can place a mortar. They can place a fob and a mortar anywhere on the Al-Basra map after live. So it's probably going to be either in this area or this area right here. We will see what Karmacut decides, and you're giving Karmacut mortars, so this could be deadly. And we'll see what he decides season 4. Either destroying the actual roadblocks or softening up INS position. The INS assets include 2 automatic riflemen, 2 light anti-tank, and 1 medic per squad. For the platoon, they get 3 scouts and 1 heavy anti. So a lot of anti-vehicle assets. It's going to be very important for the Bradley to sit really far back and use his zoom, which with our mod is a reduced zoom. I believe it's like a 1.1, 1.2 zoom rather than the 3 and 4 times zoom that it had. So Pony did a good job on sort of nerfing that. But it's still going to have to use its magnification to hit these buildings from afar and really use his use that I think it's like a 23mm. It's not a 20mm. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. To their advantage. The INS also get 1 Dishkateki, and they can place a fob with 2 HMGs and various defensive structures. So we'll see where they decide to place those MGs. and where they decide to put that discotheque at. The discotheque is really going to have to be a QRF kind of a techie moving from the... they're probably going to either use the back south end of Al-Basra to maneuver, because from here it's going to be very hard for the Bradley to touch it, unless the Bradley sort of sets up over here. But I picture they're going to use this back area of Al-Basra to use the roads, to then use the roads to pull up and reinforce wherever. If they were really brave, they might use the center street. Actually, the center street might be safer and a lot quicker. That I'm looking at it. These two streets, they can use these two streets and then have these to sort of maneuver down. That's really what he's going to use that discotheque for. And with his positioning of the fob here, he can probably only put HMGs about where Squad 4 is, possibly out to where Squad 2 is, so they're not really going to be locking down any of the bridges. So they're probably going to be in buildings, watching doorways. See if we can catch the US brief. Are they getting ready? Oh, still getting guys spawned in. We'll try and catch the US brief. Karmaka loves his full platoon briefs, and we'll hear what he has in mind. From my understanding, it's going to be a northern push on this northern bridge, and en masse, I believe. I didn't hear where he would put his warriors squad, or sorry, Bradley. I'm going to keep mistaking it for the warrior. I'm going to have to keep correcting myself. But he's going to have the Bradley squad, and then I'm assuming 3 squads working together as infantry. The Bradley squad will most likely have both MRAPs as well. 1 Bradley, 2 MRAP open tops. That's a lot of firepower, but it's a lot of responsibility for 1 squad lead and his squads to manage. That's putting a lot of weight on their shoulders. And who's he got in here? I recognize Hookem. I recognize Polish. Clay J. I do too. These 2 are newer names, but it doesn't matter. They're all gonna have to pull their weight, whether it be gunning or driving. Which I believe driving is the more important part of it, because it's the guy keeping you alive. That driver really has to have some great situational awareness, especially with the Bradley, who can shrug off most shots. Like if they're taking frontal facing lat shots, I believe he can bounce most of those, or just does minimal damage. So that Bradley's gonna have to be very aware of where he's facing. MRAPs is gonna be a little harder. They're one shot by most things, and it's an open top, so that gunner's gonna possibly get shot out. But those drivers are gonna have to perform very well. Oh, whoops. Get really off. Sorry about that. It is off. And good thing we didn't actually get any shooting done yet. Just about to get into the US brief, and we'll catch their see what Karmakat has to say for his plan.
Do they got some like
HML
free snacks?
Hmm?
I am really hungry, dude. These MREs don't give me nothing, dude.
You need some heals.
Is this what Allah looks like?
Walk closer.
That's what Allah looks like.
It's good.
Hello. Hey. Alright, my guys are just waiting on some people.
Hey, why do you get binocs, Fang?
Get your shovels out.
Alright. Alright, give me comms, give me comms. Welcome to Operation Grit. This is a U.S. invasion of Al-Basra against the insurgents. The insurgents have set up a hideout somewhere on the south side near INS Main. We are going to be crossing the bridge, removing the roadblock, and building clearing until we find this hideout and destroy it. This is going to be an intense, complicated bridge crossing. So stand by. We're going to go through the status of the squads right now. Squad 1 is our base of fire. They rate 2 MRAPs. Open top MRAPs. They're also going to have the Bradley attached to them. They're also going to get both the platoon MMGs. Squad 2 is going to be on point, pushing first across the bridge. Squad 3 is second, and Squad 4 is going to be the third squad to cross. The last squad to cross. After that, Squad 1 will mount up, and they'll follow. Alright, so first, we're going to be setting up in the island north on the H8 grid. Mainly on these 2 markers right here. Squad 1 is going to be split among the both of them. Squad 2 is going to be ready to push across and clear the roadblock on the target marker. Squad 3 will be on the rightmost MG marker, where I've put the death marker now. And then Squad 4 will reinforce the left MG marker. Mortars are going to be going down on the mortar on the fob marker. Now, when we go to cross, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna put smokes down on the bridge. We'll either clear the roadblock before or during this time, just to make sure that it's, you know, safe. So once that's dealt with, smokes go down on the bridge. The first round of smokes, no one crosses. The second round of smokes, Lawn Darts crosses the bridge and goes left. Next, Expit team will cross. When Expit teams cross, we'll put down another line of smoke, and he will take up the compound on the fob marker on the right-hand side when he exits the bridge. After that, during this, Axe will move to the death marker and set to push across the bridge next. Once the next line of smokes go out, then Axe's squad will follow Lawn Dart squad, which should be on the left exit of the bridge following the river. Okay? We're going to be pushing all the way down that side of the compound, that side of the city, to the fob marker on the H10-6-7 grid. That is where we're going to start clearing buildings. So you're going to want to be hugging this the entire way down. Smoke mortars will be there until you get down to this end. Once we get down to this end, or during it, wherever it's safest, I'm going to call for Squad 1 to mount up, and they're going to rush the vehicles down to the end. Lawn Dart Squad, since he's first, is not concerned about mines. He's concerned about IEDs and strong pointing. Expit Squad, second squad in the column, is going to be clearing the mines and any leftover IEDs. Axe is just there to support, and one, of course, there for base of fire. Once again, get ready to move. Listen to your squad leaders. I know it's really complicated, but each squad has a pretty simple task. Altogether, it should look something like what we just discussed. But rally point on the opposite side of the bridge is going to be all the way down in H10, so keep an eye out for that. All right. Does anyone have any questions?
Everybody, it's
No?
stunned
Okay.
silence.
Bradley?
So yeah, let me tell you what's actually gonna happen. Karma Cut's plan,
Might have you set up over here just to cover
you need to rely on perfect timing from everything, and you need to rely on the enemy not doing anything to stop you. So like, this is like the ideal situation. What is actually gonna happen is he's gonna be able to station here. First phase 1, getting to the contact. And he's gonna set up in these two buildings. That is what he said. These two buildings, and maybe some over here. He's not gonna be able to see anything from over here. If anything, he's gonna be able to lay cover down into the mansion, which isn't a bad idea, because the Russians actually do have, or sorry, the INS actually do have guys over there to cover. Then he's gonna have Squad 1, or sorry, Squad 2 come up here, and it is their job to take out this. Then Squad 1 runs across. Squad 2 runs across. Squad 3 runs across second, looking for mines, and then Squad 4 runs across because they're the reinforcements, and the first two squads are going to be torn up. That is as far as he's going to get, I believe. The rally point is good, because that is where he wants everybody to meet up afterwards, because you're going to lose some guys getting across this. It's really going to... And he puts a lot of weight on his first squad, giving them the Bradley, both MRAP open tops, and both of the MGs for, so the platoon weapons as well. So they're going to have a lot of firepower. They're going to want to get set up in these windows and just nail the mansion. They're going to want to nail that building next to the bridge, if my... Stop. They're gonna want to nail that building. They're gonna want to nail the mansion area, and it's gonna, if anybody goes down in there, that really cripples the vehicle squad. Not having him in the squad comes, and like they are stretched to the limit. I believe it. Let's see, they've got 2 for the Bradley. They've got 2 MRAP, and then 2 MGs. So if anybody goes down in this squad, they are hurting the full platoon, because if it's an infantryman, if it's these MGs, that's firepower down. If it's them, they're gonna have to pull somebody off from another squad. Like, it's gonna be very a lot of weight on HML's shoulders. We'll see how he plays it out. He did pretty well today, or earlier. He was commanding for the Sleeping Serpents, Sleeping Serpents Part 3. But they're gonna be able to get here for sure. After that, it's up in the air. It all depends on what the INS do to reinforce this area, because once he realizes the US are going to try crossing here, he's gonna, I believe it's Rose. Rose is gonna move guys into these buildings. to prevent them from crossing. Like, you have to know that they're going to want a strong point in either this building or this building to begin with, and then start possibly floating guys over to the...
Down there or getting in a vehicle?
You can get in a trance.
There's no way they're going to push through that with one life. No.
Alright, we're gonna... Apparently there's
The idea is to really... He's got 1,000 points of ammo, and Karma is generally deadly accurate with those mortars. If he's got the right guy on the tube, like if he had Dwarf was there, Dwarf can dial in mortars like nobody's business, but Karma can, if Karma gets the right guy on the tube, then he can possibly, I think his plan is to mortar this down. I don't think he'd have much effect on the,
Oh shit, you know what, Command's gonna take the
at 7:35. They got a minute 20. I think his idea is to mortar down these to the stakes, and then have infantry move up to finish it off. Because he could definitely take out the barbed wire and the radio mostly, if he gets some direct shots on the radio. Definitely the barbed wire with mortars, and then having guys come up and digging behind an oil barrel is actually not super dangerous, and especially 2 oil barrels, you'll be able to start with 1, 2, and then hopefully get off soon. Have some smokes there to cover. He's got a smoke fake out planned, which that seems complicated, because you need every one of your smokes to get across this bridge.
Does that make sense?
My opinion, because generally what happens is you toss your smokes, they go about halfway down, and then by the time you get to about where the land reaches, or the bridge reaches the land, there's no more smokes. And if there are guys looking through these windows here,
I don't know what to do.
they're just the perfect targets, and there's no way to get these guys off of those 2 windows in specific. Oh, that's not a window, but this is a window.
He can.
There's no real way to get it off.
Alright.
If he had, if the Bradley gets some nice HE shots in here, possibly. But if he's here, the HE would have to impact here from that window. And I don't think that's enough splash. I think they're out of splash range. And I'm 90% sure Best Pony took off HE rounds for the Bradleys, the Warriors, the 30 mil, just making it to where it's only armor piercing. We will see though. We'll have to listen for that crackle of the HE. They do get the coax, and the US is off. Couple squads left to walk in. Most are able to fit. Who got stuck walking? Squad 3 Expit. I'm sure Expit's okay with that. And they're gonna be heard. So who's first? See, yeah, Bagga Joe. This, in my opinion, this is gonna be Grinder 2.0, because all those suggestions that are made in our post-op debriefs and things is the U.S. have no way to get across these couple bridges on Grinder. For those of you who don't know, it's basically an assault on the bridge the U.S. is occupying right now, and they have less options to get across. It's way easier for the INS to get sightlines, and it's just basically a slaughter for the U.S. almost every time. Can the enemy team use mortars? The enemy team cannot use mortars. The INS are stuck with 2 HMGs and various defensive structures for their hideout. They do get 1 Dishkateki to maneuver around. We'll see who has that Dishkateki. They have it hulled down here. Camlin is watching it, and he's sort of watching the west. I think he's really waiting to maneuver. Yeah, it looks like he's sitting in driver's seat, not gunner seat, waiting to maneuver and see when they get spotted. We've got Hero with his squad in the mansion area. They're gonna have to be the ones to spot all this, and he's also got a fire team. I assume this is Hero's fire team. Let me double check. Yep, squad 2. They got a fire team watching this bridge. So their responsibility is this bridge that the U.S. are gonna try and cross. Liberal Pundit and his fire team here. Pritchett. Oh, and Dick's folk, they're getting told to push off. Maybe they heard it and they're gonna just cede that building right away. Strange choice in my opinion, but we'll see if that pays off for them. Got Drive Gorilla with his MG setup. He's actually a pretty good site. I think he'd have at least that right building. Yeah, that's actually a really good spot for him. Squad 2 is dead. No, I think they should at least hold this. They do have to worry about the U.S. Breacher class. The Breacher class was added from our mod team, modeled by the D and put in here into this mod by Best Pony. And it's basically a satchel charge. The D modeled a satchel charge that the U.S. can put down, and it has a 20-second timer. So as soon as it goes down, it's a 20-second timer, and it is an IED. It has the same explosion radius as an IED. but it is just our U.S. version of it, not allowing them to phone it in.
MRAP's back until we're ready to engage. I don't want him getting schwacked.
Great communication on HML's part. I
Yeah,
would
right.
definitely not put these up until the
Remember,
infantry
further
is in
back,
position.
Hit them, and if they can hit buildings, that's perfectly fine. They just need to sling rounds at buildings.
Yep. And I was actually watching something about the base of fire on YouTube. It probably wasn't like super accurate, but it gives you an idea of like you don't actually need when setting up your base of fire, you don't actually need to see the enemy. You just have to shoot rounds at the enemy to make them to make it to where their fire is either too inaccurate or just not effective enough to be useful. So if these guys are just hitting possible locations, possible windows, possible bushes, possible like hills and things that the enemy might peek out of, and making them want to keep their heads down, they're doing their jobs. They don't need to actually see the enemy. The only one who might be of use of seeing the enemy or who might be able to see the enemy is the Bradley. And the Bradley, I believe, is just sitting so far back it's not gonna. Yeah, Bradley's sitting super far back, and he's not gonna do much. No, definitely not gonna do much from this position. I think they're gonna really save him for a while. They have him on babysitting the mortar. We'll see how this works out for them. I don't know. I wonder if they're gonna use some of the mortar smokes. They gotta allocate at least 90 ammo to use mortar smoke. So I'm not sure if they're gonna choose to use them or they're just gonna use all HE. But there is some merit to using some of the mortar smokes, at least to get this back end here smoked up, so his guys have some space to maneuver off after getting off the bridge, or at least putting them in some of these buildings, especially if they can like thread the needle and get some right here blocking off of these windows. Like that would be clutch as fuck, and I would love to see a mortarman who could do that on their first like 3-4 shots, because I wouldn't want to use more than like two tubes to do it, because that's 90 ammo point a piece. You've only got 1,000 ammo, so it's about 10 tubes of mortar ammunition. And I'd prefer most of them to be HE, but I'd still at least like to see some HE. We've got some smoke. Squad 2 is getting in position to dig mortars or to dig the fob. Command squad and expert squad in the eastern 2 buildings, and we've got squad 4 on the western 2 buildings, taking up a lot of space, taking up a lot of windows. They're gonna really sling some rounds downrange if everybody shoots when they're supposed to shoot. Everybody's in position to lay rounds down. They just gotta remember, not all of this is a good amount of not concealment, cover. Like they can shoot right down that, they can shoot right through that that building or that fence. A lot of these buildings are good. Keelan, who's really not that in a great spot. Okay, so a majority of these guys are in decent spots. I'd like to see a couple more of them spread out, like Dark. Okay, he's probably gonna peek out this side. He'll peek out the right. Yeah. Okay. They're mostly in D.
Alright. Got it.
Catching up.
Contact in the mansion, left side, 2nd floor.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Copy that. We're gonna start engaging.
Good.
Alright, go for it, go for
See
it.
some rounds start slinging.
Watch your fucking ammo. Don't go black on ammo before we even get across this bridge, okay? Just keep them out the window.
Smoke's going out. And squad 2 is moving into position. See, Rose is already calling them as being on this northern bridge, and he's already starting to move guys off to cut these guys off from the road. Like, you got Little Joe Payne already on the eastern side. Squad 3 is repositioning. Squad 2 is repositioning on the east. And he's gonna move squad 1 over to as well. Like, and that's gonna make it insanely hard, because his Karma Cut's idea is to get on this bank and take control of this entire half of the road before pushing across and starting to clear building by building. That's a lot of INS to start pulling out of these buildings, especially if they just sit here and watch their corners. Like if Storm has his guys, Chameleon and Saturns, they can make them pay for every inch that the U.S. wants to take. Ooh, shots already going down in here. Already spotted. All of this is already almost dug.
Keep those fucking
They're talking.
On 7
There's actually more sound here going on than we can actually see because of the admin cam glitch where 50 cals don't actually make any noise. But you see the tracer rounds going out and firing into this mansion. I already see 2 dead from the 2nd floor. They're probably not going to want to poke these buildings. So the U.S. have adequate fire superiority, leaving Fidelis and Ape Tart and Revy in this building. They're probably going to let them pass. I see them letting them pass. They're popping smokes. I'd like to see them a little more accurate on the bridge. Dial it in just a little bit. And they have moved over a Dishka. So they never placed their Dishkas. Rose waited to place his Dishka to see where he wanted to fire them from. And this is a great spot for this Dishka. We've got Little Joe on this, and it has amazing sight lines. It can see the right side of the bridge. It can see... Oh, look at that. Not allowing them to pop, and it can barely see the actual bridge. Guys are getting ready to cross, though. Great smokes from Karma, though.
Yeah, don't push too far.
Copy that, will do.
Wait for the smoke.
Little Joe is going to... Okay, he's waiting to get on it again. Great smokes, but great MG positioning. I wonder where he put his 2nd MG, and he's already maneuvered a lot of INS onto this side. I see at least 3 per each of these side buildings, 2 on this back one. I'd like to see him rotate at least another fire team over to cover this back half, but I understand his reasoning is he's going to stop him early and not need that back.
Is it a dish technical or emplacement?
I'd like to see Squad 1 move off, though. But he's not sure exactly. I guess he's not sure exactly on enemy positioning. So he's keeping scouts on that west bridge, not allowing them to sneak around and get a sneaky squad through like the land bridge or something. Because they don't need to dig down the land bridge. They're digging now. They're afraid to dig down the barrels because that's their only cover. Roll the Bradley up. The Bradley will block those 50s. They'll bounce 50 cal shots all day, every day. Bradley's rolling up. Let's go, HMO squad. Who's in command of this? It's E-Fink and Vindication rolling up. Not even caring about the mines that possibly... Are there any mines on this bridge? Please tell me. Okay, there's a mine here. You can just shoot at that. Where's this? There he goes. HMG down. And he's gonna pull back the pull back the Bradley. Wow. Great use of the Bradley. But the thing is, Little Joe's not dead. Go sees a medic, he'll come back and dig that right back up. Things gonna get popped if they don't watch out for mines exactly. Smoke's coming in. So he's not using any HE rounds. It is all for smokes. You can respect something like that. The mine is right in the middle of the road, not dug down. Unfortunate. Is that a mod vehicle? That is not a mod vehicle. That is actually in the vanilla game, Prime. It is the Bradley. U.S. Bradley. I don't know the actual designation. It looks like Hero's gone down. I just saw his little admin thing. Let's see who's left for command on. Squad 2 is probably the one that got torn up the most. They've already got 6 dead. Actually, yeah. So it's Dix Folk who is in charge of squad now, I believe. Raise the smoke. I'd much prefer to see it further up. Oh, but they land in the water.
Give me some good news.
That's actually really cool. Splash when it lands in the water, and it just doesn't work. Lawndarts leading from the front. Lawndarts, you can't walk them out. There's a perfect smoke right there. Great smokes. Great smokes right there. Lawndarts, you can't lead from the front, man. You do this too much. All right, he's second from the front. Great smokes. Get him across. Get him across. But they've got guys in mansion now who can see them. Mr. Money Man just jumps. This is their spot right here. Revy and Ape and Fidelis. Ooh, Fidelis is in a nasty spot. Takes out Escobar. Telling those MGs to spread out or to ramp it up the rate pace of fire. Let these guys get across. We've got a good number of U.S. guys across. squad's ready to go. Another squad is moving. I'd like to see Londart's squad pushing. They're scared though. Yeah, they're scared, shooting at nothing right now. As whose squad is this? Liberal kind of Dixfield. This is a Heroes squad, Heroes and Storm squad, who are preventing them from moving any further. They're doing a great job not allowing them to get in this low ground. I'd like to see them push across and get on this side over here. But that's asking a lot from them. They're just they're doing a great job just sitting in these buildings and strong pointing them. They've already seeded that building, but that building is cover, and it is not any use as a stronghold. I would not consider it a stronghold because there's no way to get a foothold, because there's no way to move off of this. There's too much open ground. The actual foothold is on the south side, or sorry, yeah, east side, right here where Londart is, because it actually covers them as they move in. What map? This is Al Basra. Yeah, this is the Al Basra map. A lot of guys are dying from Fidelis and Revi here. I bet it's these guys right here who have a nasty crossfire on the bridge. Yeah, and you just hear them lighting them up. Yep, there's 8 right here.
Copy that. Moving now. Crossing.
He doesn't see anything. He's got that fucking drum mag, and he's just going to town. Fidelis also has a. This is a great angle here. I love this. I really do. He's in a great spot. He's a lat. Hopefully that wasn't his lat shot that missed. Oh, look. Can he get him? He takes out Prism. Oh, no. He takes out Axe. Not enough smoke this time around. Not enough smoke. They just need to keep going. Keep going and hope some medics survive. They're losing a couple. They've lost 2. Okay. Great shots by these guys. Who's this? Look at him. 4 kills by Pickle. We got 3 kills by Jive. Where is... 2 kills. Okay. They're still doing a lot, I feel. He's got a frag round ready. This crossfire is just it's good. Good. Man went down. Unfortunate. Karma Code goes down. It's not gonna this is as far as they got to the actual crossing. Their next objective was to come down here. This is where they were gonna go. They were gonna get control of every building on the side of the road to here. Doesn't that seem like 1,000 miles for them now? It is so far for them to move, either hugging the edge right here or trying to move into this building. That's a bait building right there. They're not going to be able to leave from there. They're going to have to move back onto the side of the road. Or they're going to have to outshoot the INS, who just have more guns than them at this point. And they're going to continue to move guys into the area. Like, he's still got an entire squad on reserve. Or it's at least an entire fire team. Look, Rose is calling for his half of squad 1 to maneuver over here and reinforce the east. That's a great call. He's already pulled off his scouts on the west. He is sure that this is a U.S. push from the north.
South and southwest, this
So the INS just have more guns. Yeah, the US are down a lot of kills, but that's not to say all is lost for them. They still got the entire US fire base, which includes a Bradley and 2 MRAPs that can do a lot of work. They've already done a lot of work in increasing their base of fire and not allowing them to peak. And they've got at least an entire squad. I'd say this is about a squad and a half of guys across the river, which that didn't happen in Grinder. For those of you who have done Grinder, that was not the case. You'd get maybe a squad if your plan went near perfect. So having a squad on the river or across the river is great news for the US, but it's just there's so much they got to do. They've got to up their CQB game at this point as the INS continue to pour guys onto the east side of this bridge. I'd like to see XP get more of these guys closer to the edge. At least this building right here and this building that Storm is at. Get more guys in there and make it a hassle to at least cross the street, because crossing the street is a great stopping point for them. Rose is actually digging this up, or sorry, Storm's actually digging this up. Please, please, please. Could be perfect. Oh, it's too close range. He's not gonna be able to get the shots off before going. 50% casualties in those 2 squads. I'd say about 50% casualties, but still, that's Bagger Joe. That did not happen in Grinder. Even 50% casualties is good, and you have to expect it when they're on the defense, or they have to be on the offense on this bridge crossing. I'd like to see more guys come over here. Who's Storm? Storm's a squad lead, I'm sure. So squad 3, where's his squad position? Okay, he's moving guys into the south. This is great. I like to see this building. He's doing half of what I think he should. Squad 2, probably a little hesitant since Hero went down. I think they need to move over east a little bit, but they're gonna see. They've got this. They feel they got this high ground here. Okay, he's moving east. All right, I'm thinking ahead of what they should be doing, and I got to remember that it takes time to move. Like, you can't just sprint over. They're taking it a little slower. and it's not hurting them that much. They're still going to be able to get into position. Okay. Storm's the one who did basic training with you? Yeah, Storm's one of our SOTT instructors. He does a great job. I'm pretty sure he's an SOTT instructor. Yeah, but he does a great job. And he commands a lot, so he's got that big picture perspective. He can see what's really going on, and he I don't know if he's giving any advice or requests to bros, but like they definitely, when you have that big picture perspective, you can actually, like, it's good to advise, like, if you got that kind of relationship. If Rose is down for it, like, you can definitely really work well with your squad lead that way. So is there just one round? There is no one. There's 2 rounds now. We are on round 1. We're probably about the midway point of round 1, as we've got the squads sort of moving into Karmakut's phase 2, which was secure the south side, get their stronghold, get their foothold in the south part of Southeast Al-Basra. So they're getting in position for that. I don't think they got this mine down. They did not get the mine down. So bridges are not safe to cross. And we'll see where the U.S. can go from here. Karmakut is dead. They're gonna hit a mine. They're gonna hit a mine. Yeah, and they swap teams for round 2. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there as they hit this mine. Oh, they don't hit the mine. Yep. Okay, they hit the mine. Good Ellis misses his lat shot. Unfortunate.
Is the bridge clear, or is it?
Bridge is now clear.
One of the MRAPs exploded.
Alright, go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, they swapped teams for round 2, so the INS will play the US and the US will play the INS side. That driver spotted the mine, but it goes down. This MRAP goes down as well. Gets shot by... Who's the lad that took the shot? Sergeant JC. Alright, get it, Sergeant JC. Gets the lad shot on the MRAP. So MRAPs are down, but that's a lot of assets wasted on the 2 MRAPs. Bradley can now move into position. We'll see. They've got plenty of more rockets, I assume. I don't know if the hat has been fired, and I've only heard it about 3-4 lat shots, so there's a potential for at least 4 more light anti-tank rounds to go at this Bradley. Look at that. See, they can't move off of that building, so they're forced to move and go around it. I like this. Good call. I believe Laundarts is going to be the one taking charge of this from here on. And it's not looking good kills-wise. The INS definitely have more guys there in the area, I believe. No medic? No medic to heal these guys up? At least Terrapin, dude. One goes down. I'm gonna get a full count for you guys, so I double check. But I feel like the INS definitely have the man advantage. Just look how much INS are there. It's probably hard to see with the light. But let me go ahead and get a count as this Bradley starts to fire.
Okay, he's dead.
Nice work.
15 US. Oh, and at least 17. Probably upwards of 20, 25 INS. So the US are up, or down about 10 kills, down about a squad. But this Bradley is gonna have to do work. This Bradley is gonna have to be the one that does work. And they gotta cross this street. This street might as well be 10 miles long. How far they've got to run, as they've got just INS on INS ready to mow them down as they try and cross. We've got Sunny. They probably need Jive Gorilla needs to get some of these guys over here closer to the street edge. Same with Saturn's Call, but still. Oh, they saw them.
And hopefully be behind them.
I like this call though, to not go down the entire way. It is kind of risky, but when you think about it, this is gonna protect their side armor. It's basically composite armor at that point, and he's got his armor facing about front, where anything else would be able to shoot him at. Meaning that it would take at least 3, maybe 4 lat rockets to the front to kill them. That building is deadly. Damn. I see, in my mind when I was thinking of the building, it looks good. Being high up looks good, and I might have made the mistake of putting at least a buddy team up there. But it's so easy for the warrior to just shoot into that. And not allow them to peek. Yeah, that's Rose Dragon who wants to peek. And he's gonna get his face shot off. Yeah, he's gonna get his face shot off.
Alright, 3-4, keep on moving south. Gonna hopefully try and get a bit of an L-shaped ambush on this corner section of the city. So 2 will be assaulting from a position of southerly sort of position. 4 you'll be a central unit, and 3 you'll go in with 4. Basically try and get across the road into that hotel 10-9-1 compound area.
It's like special forces. So an L-shaped ambush is essentially an ambush that is L-shaped. They're gonna attack from 2 positions. They're gonna attack. Squad 4 is gonna attack from the north, and Squad 2 is gonna try. It's ideally it would be from the direct south, and then they push in and sort of close in at the same time. This is their goal building, I believe. They said this building at the corner. But 2 is probably gonna, instead of from the direct south, it's probably gonna be from the southeast. Still, a decent call, and it sort of helps the guys he's explaining to picture what the idea is. And I don't think they realize how far down they've gone. Oh, Pickle's set up just in case they have moved a good deal south. But I don't think Pickles realize how far south they've gone.
Where approximately squad leader 4 is. We're going to pop up and start shooting here. Bradley hopefully will cover you from the north, and 3 you're going to push west across the road.
We'll see. Pickles is going to have to be the eyes there because there's no other windows looking north. Or sorry, excuse me, south. Vipak is in a position, but again, he's looking more direct south. He's got to see southeast. There's no way he's seen that.
Try to find out which vehicle or which building it is. Give me a second.
Squad 1 has moved off of its position. Most of them. Okay, Squad 1's leading from behind, and I like that. Being able to command your squad as he moves them to reinforce Squad 2's position. He's trying to get his lats. That's what he moved up. Got Atomic Peach here with Kydre and the Iron, or the Lord Chanka. Can't do it. Look at that angle. Look at the position of the warrior. You gotta hope. You gotta. It's too risky. They gotta get over here. Yeah, they gotta get right here, and they gotta like. It's not threading the needle so much, but that's a shot. Especially you've got no optics. You've only got the 1 shot. The warrior's looking over here every other second. Look at that gun. That looks at you. You're dead. That sees you, you're dead. I don't think it has a tow missile. Where's Lord Chanka going? They've got that Bradley covering about half of that MRAP. They have to get closer. And look at them. They're getting closer. Hydre, Lord Chanka. They are moving right behind Atomic, who's taking point on this. He's their gunner. He doesn't have a lat. He's just there to kill the guys and make sure these lats can get into position. I want to see this develop. Let me go see what these guys are doing very quickly before we move on. I feel it's going to take them several more minutes to get into position, and with that, Rose is just going to continue to pour guys into the east side of the village and fortifying these positionings. So it's basically, it's now or never for the EOS. They need to do it before more and more INS show up, and they start. There they go. Already started, and that's going to draw pressure off of these guys. It's going to get the comms talking about the warrior. The warrior's not going to be paying attention, and they're going to look at them on their bellies sneaking in. This is going to be interesting. There's basically 2 fronts. There's the sneaky front, and then there's the main line of contact. And I really want to see what goes down over there. But a majority of the fire is going to be on this southeastern building for the INS. It's slightly occupied, but there's plenty of guys around in the area. I bet that's scaring Kydre, Lord Chanka, and Atomic Peach here. That is scaring them because it's hit. They're trying to shoot at 8. They're not even trying to shoot at them, but it's hitting this tree here, or it was hitting this tree here, and it just makes it really loud for them in the area. The EOS are just too scared to move right now. They're waiting for their smokes to develop, and they are going to start to move. They've got guys across the street. Going to rely on Freaks and Matt Bob. Assault goes down. 1 and 3 is not bad. Grenades go out, they take out Saturn's Call. That's their foothold. If they can keep getting, they can keep funneling guys in. They need to cross now. They need to cross now. That is their moment of opportunity, and they've got Lats on the rear of the warrior. Lats on the rear of the warrior. Two things happening. The U.S. can't get too cocky here with their warrior. They need to stay on. They need to keep listening. They need to be vigilant with their security. That driver has to be paying attention. Has to. It's up to him. Not gonna hear them though. They got water. The sounds of water. Not gonna hear footsteps. Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. Oh, the warrior goes down. What a great... I mean, it would have been impressive to miss, but Lord Chonk and Kydre just nail him twice in the back with the Bradley. Sorry, I've been saying warrior this past couple minutes, I swear to God. But the Bradley, it just wasn't paying attention. It didn't have the infantry around it to provide rear security, is all. They had to pull guys off to this assault, which a lot of people died on. A lot. I thought their foothold was a lot stronger. It looks like they went down to frag grenades and Geowolf here on this flank. Oh wow, I thought this was doing so much better to them. Oh, Geowolf just has that nasty window that they're not looking at. They're not. They just weren't looking in this direction. Yeah. Great job, Geowolf. I bet he's up in the at least 4 or 5 kills. I want to say a lot of these kills are his. Let me check. I've got time. Geowolf, 6 kills for him. Frag grenade goes not far enough. I would have had to thread the needle on that one. That's surprising. Why didn't anybody try and at least come in this building? What's the count on people? INS are up a lot. I think the U.S. have Mr. Murphy and CNC 3000. I believe are the last U.S. Check that. Yeah, 36 deaths, only 8 kills. Oh, and really, Londarch tried to do the right thing. Bradley should have moved up. I think that was their problem. They had that position was great initially, but as soon as the U.S. infantry got into a position where they were not able to cover the Bradley even a little, like looking back even, he should have moved up. I think would have been the right call because they wanted to bring the Bradley over here in the long run. This is the building that the last two guys are on, CNC 3000, Mr. Murphy. This is where they wanted to end up. And maybe the Bradley just got stuck at that last phase and didn't want to push up. Or didn't think to push up. It's really hard to make that call. But in the end, good job on Atomic Peach to lead those two guys in there. There's this fire team right here. Atomic Peach, Kadra, and Lord Chonka were the actual lat shots, and I guess Shughard's squad. And it's just gonna close the noose on this one. You've got plenty of guys. Geowolf actually manages to cross into the building that these two guys are on, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't think they're gonna be able to do much. There's a lot of windows to look out for. Geowolf gonna go down to this grenade. He does.
Do you see something?
That Pickle's in position to shoot him if he peeks too far out, or if he's gonna crawl off. Ooh, long range frag. Ooh.
Do you have IED?
Yeah. Oh, just not, like barely not far enough. They think they're on the inside. They've got a medic. Are they both medics? That would be great luck for them. That's a shit ton of bandages. Okay, only one of them's a medic.
Put your IED in your chest.
Oh, he's a breacher. Cool. So they had a breacher and a medic. That's actually a lot. Oh, Pickles crawls too far out, but takes both of them out in the end. Oh, Pickle almost went down to that. Good job, GG all around. The U.S. so they had 3 phases. One phase, get across the river, or get to the river, get across the river, and then get the foothold. They did 2 of those phases. They did 2. Great job. Great job on the guys who tried to take charge after Karma went down. Just very unfortunate. Out of the 10-15 people they lost in the bridge crossing, Karma Cut was one of them.
Yeah, guys, good game.
We're gonna go ahead and roll the map. I probably won't be gone. going anywhere. Usually we would take a break, but our Venomeds are doing a great job of getting things started on time. I'll just keep talking your ears off while we roll the map and get ready for the next round.
As good as they did.
Rose Dragon did a great job on repositioning his guys as he saw necessary. He was moving. It sounded like I was making him out to be too slow with his maneuvering, but as I was talking about it, guys were already in the process of doing it, and so that just like we can sit up here in the sky all day and like he's not doing it fast enough. You know, he should teleport over there in my eyes, but in reality it's got to go from him to his squad leads, who then have to do their plan, or even if it's just a miniature, we're moving here first then here kind of thing. Then he's got to deal that out to his squad lead, his actual squad, and then they've got to do it, mostly with the fights and leads kicking them into gear. So Rose was probably moving at the pace I was expecting, and great job for him to reposition his guys as he saw fit. I would have put early on in the game, I would have pushed once the US crossed the bridge, it was over. Yeah, once the US crossed it, well, they had a chance. I think if they had gone sooner, because the US, so they crossed, and they made the mistake of strong pointing this building right here. This is a bait building, because it's got one entrance here and one entrance here. If they move out of here, they've got to cross a road where they've got all of these places here. All of these windows can see them. You're not going to be able to cross out of there. And you can't cross here because what are you going to do? Get on this side? You should have gone to that side initially. And if you swing around the back, he already had guys in mansion, which it could have been argued, but still, they'd have to cross through the open right here, and still, all of the buildings here. So they did the right idea of getting here, and if they had tried to cross here, I'd say the second row of buildings, or even this row, not as advisable, but a foothold here would still have been impressive to move through. But here, then they can move south, then they can move north, and then they can continue to move west. They tried to get all the way down to the bottom. They took their time, which allowed the US, or allowed the INS to pull guys off of the northwest, off of the southwest, and off of a couple of guys off of this midwestern area as well. I believe there were some guys here. They got repositioned on the east, and he pulled these northwestern guys on that flanking mission. That was part of Shughart's squad, I believe, and Hero Squad was in here, but they got really torn up as the base of fire. But they did their jobs on slowing the US down as much as they could have. But they repositioned these guys off of here, and they repositioned here, and they were able to do the flank on the Warrior. By then, I think the Warrior should have moved down, because the main concentration of US forces were on the southeast position. But very risky, especially since they didn't know if this was clear. They did not clear these first 3 rows of buildings. They did not. So that might have been part of their reasoning for the Warrior not continuing down the road, or just booking it down the road, because a side shot from any of those buildings would have been just as devastating. But in the end, they ended up staying up there and started getting shots. Let's see if we can catch part of the US plan for this round.
Put your guns
Those
away,
last 2 sneaking behind, yeah. That was actually 3 people. Atomic Peach was the gun in front as he led the 2 lads forward, making sure they didn't die. And that's great because it's really risky. So as the lat, they wanted to run out with their lats out the entire time, because if you go down, you at least want to be able to shoot your lat. Because that's your job. But they had Atomic Peach was the dedicated AK. That way they could 100% keep their lats out and not have to worry about any infantry that came up on.
So, Storm, you can grab the MRAPs.
I was one of the MRAPs, and they said mine on the road. Yeah, HML saw it and swerved at the last minute, and by then, maybe the vehicle spacing was just a little too close, but I understand wanting to get across as fast as possible.
Go straight to spectating the Bradley.
And then everyone else hop trans.
Alright, guys, so this is round 2. Session 2 of Operation Grit. This is our Saturday, August 18th event. On the US side, we have Commands Rose Dragon with squad leads Pain 12B, Hero, Storm 489, and Shughart. For the INS, we've got Commands Karma Cut with squad leads HML, Axe Dragon 22, or Axe Gaming 22, Xpit, and Lawndarts. A lot of experience on both sides, a lot of good work from both sides. Lawndarts did a great job managing his squad. Xpit, I think he died just super early. He was on the initial push. He probably got taken out early. Same with Axe Gaming. HML did a great job with a lot of weight on his shoulders, having to manage a Bradley, 2 MRAPs, and both of the platoon MGs. Like, basically all of the heavy assets. That's a lot of weight on HML's shoulders, and he did a great job doing that. Hero's squad here did a great job on his side, holding Mansion and getting his guys in the right spots. Storm, same thing, holding his flank. Shughart was part of his flats were the guys who went out and took out the MRAP, I believe, or sorry, the Bradley, I believe, and Rose Dragon just being able to manage his full platoon. Like the U.S. are just loading up and getting ready to mount up. The U.S. assets include 2 automatic riflemen, 1 grenadier, 2 breachers, and 1 medic per squad. And they get the platoon. For the platoon, they get 2 MGs. And that's the medium machine guns. The vehicles, they get 1 Bradley, 2 MRAP open tops, 2 transport trucks, and 1 logistics trucks with 1,000 ammo points max. They can then, after live, place a fob that can have 1 mortar. And so they've got 1,000 points. That's about 10 tubes of mortar, 30 rounds, 30 mortar rounds. They can choose between smokes and HE. Doing weird things with the Bradley. The INS assets include 2 automatic riflemen, 2 light anti-tank, and 1 medic per squad. For the platoon, they get 3 scouts and 1 heavy anti-tank. For the vehicles, they get 1 Dishka Techie, and at their fob, they can place down 2 HMGs and various defensive structures. Let me go over and show you the area of operation while the U.S. gets set up. The U.S. are tasked with assaulting southeast Al-Basra. It is this spot right here, holding the full green, I would say. And the INS have a roadblock at the end of every single one of these bridges. This roadblock is already set up, and each roadblock will be similar. 5 sets of barbed wire, 2 oil cans or oil drums filled with sand, and the actual fob. They are set up at each one of these bridges. This one will be set up momentarily, and this one is about to be set up by Lawndarts and anybody who gets over to come and dig. Squatters, hi, how can I join a game like that? I have to register or pass. So to sign up and play with our events and stuff, you just check us out at squadops.gg, and from there you can check out the calendar and look for our Squad Ops basic training. From there, you register on our website, sign up for one of our basic trainings, and you participate. It is about a 30-minute, 45-minute long course, and after that you can sign up for any and all of our operations held every Wednesday and twice on Saturdays. So just sign up at squadops.gg, check out our check out our website, or check out the calendar on the website, squadops.gg.
Have your guys hang out in this front corridor.
Look, we've got setting up. Yep, 2 more radios go down. We've got guys coming to dig. Go. 5 barbed wire, 2 oil drums, and the radio. The U.S. had to clear out one of these positions before continuing on to push the hideout. So the way the hideout can be chosen is this model here, this structure. It's a 2-story garage building with stairs to the roof and a side entrance. There are several of these buildings on this portion of the map. Here's another one here, another one here, and the INS can choose one of these buildings to place their fob at. We'll see where Karmika decides to place it. Here's another one here. Actually, I don't think this one counts. Or I don't know if this counts. I don't remember if it's the same building. It's just a different entrance is open. That is a question. They are all marked on the operation document. And here's their radio. Yep. The radio. Let's check out the area. Not a lot of cover in the immediate area that's not sneaky hiding in these like one room like shed things. Not a lot of place to reposition if things get hairy, especially if they start coming down this end. And maybe that's his plan, is a very wide defense. That's kind of Karma's ideas. He likes to play things wide and then slowly fall back. We live in a different time zone. If you check out the website, everything is in your own time zone. So whatever the time is, it is for your time zone, and you might be able to make it. We have a earlier op that is generally about, it would have started about 5 hours ago, would be the start of session 1. If that time works better for you, then you might want to look into doing that. It's sort of an EU session. It's a little bit earlier in the US, and it's about 10 o'clock, I believe, for most EU folks, and it's what we've got that's closest to the EU time zone. Like they're gonna keep doing their. Okay, he's parking off the. I don't know why I started following him. It was X-Bit. It wasn't even Karma Cut. Who's doing the actual plan. Looks like they're gonna do a harder defense on the west. It looks like. We'll see what they decide to do. The U.S. are just gonna continue to, or they're doing their plan.
We'll start bringing squads over one at a time, and you guys are just gonna filter in to the first set of buildings at the green fob mark. And we'll just clear the island out from there. Any questions? I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I got one real quick for you, Rose.
Yep. Yeah, questions, specs. Good.
Once I get underneath that bridge, I'm thinking if I filter my guys, because they're all good shooters, over to this compound, I'm marking with the green friendly fob marker, I think I can get them without getting killed over to that compound, and we can set up base of fire for the rest of the team for whenever you want to cross over to the BTR mark.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Copy that.
Yeah,
Storm,
go for it. Speak it aloud. What's the suggestion?
Storm, I was in that building in Hotel 9, and they, through that doorway on their west side, they have really good eyes onto that bridge. So just maybe you might want to throw some smoke. If you can just smoke off, I don't know, if you can get a GL to smoke off that one doorway, it'll massively increase your chances, I think.
Alright,
yeah.
I just have a question
A
here.
big worry building is the one with the hat symbol. What's up?
Like, so what like why this bridge? I just want to know.
Because it's got the easiest way to get cover and suppression across it. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah, and so Storm, your guys are be crawling across the bridge with lots of smoke on top of you, clearing it of mines, and then once Storm clears it, when the Bradley's going to move in. And the guys behind the Bradley, you guys are just going to be dismounted, charging in there.
What if Storm gets wiped out, doesn't clear the bridge?
Pretty sure
Storm
if they
gets
land on
wiped,
the
doesn't
water.
clear the bridge, we will probably shift, or depending on how much Storm gets wiped out. If he manages to get most of it clear, then we might just proceed in anyway. If he gets wiped out like right on the roadblock, then we will probably shift to the southern bridge. But that'll be a as needed call.
If we cleared the first bridge, couldn't you send all the infantry squads to the land bridge and then infiltrate them from there?
Yeah, I like the chances of the infantry on the land bridge myself.
Well,
I think that
I want guys. We're gonna go for this bridge just because it's probably the best option. It's just super exposed on that land bridge. It's gonna be very dangerous to go across there. Any other major questions?
And we're gonna use mortar smokes to get in.
Yeah, we're gonna use tons of mortar smoke. Hero, you're gonna put the mortar smoke. I think it's right at that mark. I'll help you put that down. And then that way you don't have to go left or right. It should just be ranging mills. All right, go ahead. Spread out. Let's brief your squad and get loaded up. Most squads are probably one.
Rose Dragon went for a. So what he did is he briefed his squad leads, and fire team leads, and then they're gonna do individual squad briefs from there. That'll the advantages of that is it really gives these squad leads not sort of free reign, but it allows them to expand on their individual brief. It allows them to expand on each squad's individual job a lot more, and they can get into like the nitty gritty of where exactly people are going to be, what exactly each specific person's job is, and things like that. So he has opted to assault this central bridge here, and reason being is one, he doesn't want to do the same thing Karmacut did, or at least, you know, you don't want to see the same. He doesn't like to do the same thing twice. That's sort of like a Rose thing, and I sort of agree with him. Especially even if I wanted to do the same bridge, I'd like to do something else, make things different for everybody. But and it's really hard to maneuver from there. So that's probably why he doesn't want to do this bridge. His idea of maybe getting guys into this these group of buildings is probably the easiest. And he's gonna probably get Fulcrum says he wants to try and get some guys over here. Very risky, super risky, but they've got a lot of depth they can maybe work with. And still from there they could probably lay down a good base of fire, but that's gonna be some CQB action there for a little bit. But here definitely easy to get into a lot of these backroom buildings and prepare to cross as a fuller unit. Here, an insane amount of open ground. You want to cross through this. Your cover is here and here. They can have guys on up here to stop you. I wouldn't. They can have guys in these buildings though. They can have guys in 1, 2, 3 windows. They can have guys behind this thing and have pretty decent cover. Like, it's a lot of open ground for them. And they might have guys inside these. I've seen a lot of people like to hide inside these single-story buildings. If you had a two-pronged attack, though, if a squad comes over here, while this other 3 squads come as a diversion, that is another option. The three-pronged or two-pronged attack has to be well-timed, though. My profile that I have myself. I'm not sure what you mean, roles underneath. Did you sign up on the new website, or the old website, or the new website? Because we have a version 2 of our website, and if it was a year ago, I don't remember how long we've had the new website, so I can tell you. Though you might need to recreate Anakin. Karma's briefing his full guys. See what he decides. It looks like he's gonna try and prevent guys from crossing the street. That is his goal. So he might actually seed that whole area, which would make it very easy for Rose Dragon to get his full guys. But then there's still a lot of open grounds across. But still, being able to get a majority of your guys across, at least in a foothold here, opens up a lot of space for you as the U.S. 41 minutes, or 7:41 is start time. We got about a minute. US is, or INS is done, where they decide to position themselves.
You don't have to ask me for permission to use your special kit.
So let's try to stay away from the first set of buildings until we're ready to push it.
25% survival on this. I think it's gonna be less than that. I don't mind.
Yes.
Any other questions, concerns before we begin?
So basically crawl out the window.
Where's my battle buddy at? Dix, where you at?
Right here.
So whose squad is this? In the, so Little Joe. Which squad 4 has the vehicles? Oh, I could have just checked that. Squad 4 has all of the vehicles. I believe, yep. All the heavy vehicles. In 12B, squad leading the vehicle. I wonder if he's driving or gunning. I'd assume he'd be gunning. We are live. Both squads moving out.
Oh, I'm dying.
Copy that.
Yo, dude, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah, vehicle, you're going to be the ones to set off the fireworks. So when Storm states he's ready to charge at the bridge, that's when you'll start engaging.
An option might be that not the best, but it is an option, is after they get across this bridge and they need smokes to go here, they may be out of mortar smokes, is to have the Bradley drive up and pop his smokes, and that'll allow them some maneuvering smoke. Not a lot. I wouldn't want to get it too far up. Let's check out where the mines are. So 1, 2, 3 mines, or 3 explosives. They are a mine. No, it's a rock. Oh, yep, it's a dug down mine right here. See if they manage to spot that. Another mine going down on the east. And I guess this is another mine over here. I'm gonna assume that other one is. That's a mine. IED over here. Damn, it's an IED. Who's it in this bush? There it is.
Alright, let's do a status.
Sneaky IED. I like that. Not going to be used though. And I assume the rest are waiting to be placed down. This is a mine over here.
Squad 2, are you set?
No, not going to be used. All mines are accounted for. So after the warrior gets or after they dig up this mine here.
Alright.
No, after they dig up this mine here, the Bradley, I said warrior, the Bradley and both AMRAPs are just free game to drive up into here, maybe using Deflade on this side. That'd actually be super useful, especially if they don't have guys in that 3-story building, or at least behind here. They have free reign vehicles, and they've just got to worry about anti-tank RPGs and things like that. Vehicles are almost in position. One Bradley, or sorry, one MRAP, sort of on the southwest side. Bradley's sort of holding mid area. The west probably not going to be super used. Going to keep it super far back. Not going to allow it to be shot at, just in case. And they've got the other MRAPs on the pretty good spot.
Alright.
Just make sure you're watching our health bar. You start losing perspective.
Yep.
2 on your call.
Alright, if everyone's set, I'll call them. Go, go, go.
Going.
Sweet. All units that are suppressed, fire at windows. If you see a bad guy, shoot him. If you don't see a bad guy, you think he's there, shoot him anyway.
Am I firing smoke?
Yeah, go ahead and test smoke fire into the bridge.
Like that fire bar placement.
Alright.
Basically means they're gonna force them to peek out on this side.
There are contacts.
And right now they're digging the oil cans last.
Try to conserve ammo, but also keep their heads down.
Oaks landing. Missing something?
Does anybody have eyes on the smokes?
Negative. Should be, I think, like 142 is the angle you're looking for. That's gonna be really strange.
Huh. Oh, you know what? The smoke's landed in the water. That is what happened. That's why we didn't see it, because we were looking the other way. The smoke's landed in the water. That is confusing. It's gonna be really confusing for these guys. Winged Hussars being a madman, being the man. Who sent him on a suicide mission? Was that Squad 2? Winged Hussar. Somebody sent this guy on a suicide mission. Oh, it's a breacher. Okay. Okay. Okay, good job. Wow, great job, Squad 2. I was expecting him to go up with his shovel and start digging. Why didn't I believe it was whose squad was it? I don't know whose squad was it on commencement. Why didn't they send up a breacher? That was efficient. That was very, very efficient. Now they only have these stakes to dig, and they didn't lose anybody. Smoke's going out. What a good grenade. That went like in here, didn't it? It looked like it went in here.
Is now moving to the west.
Let's go check out where there's one asset that the INS can reposition very quickly, and that is their Dishkateki. Here is nope, that's just a regular. Nope, that's their Dishkateki. They took the white Dishkateki, and it's sort of hold down. I don't know. In this X-Bit, waiting to reposition it because this is not in any position. Oh, okay. Gonna back it up. They know where they're coming from. Right there. Look at him go. Read you like a book, X-Bit. That is a great call. Like, it's a very narrow field of fire. I prefer to have somebody in the gunner while he does this and sort of do like slow drive-bys. But always likes to do things himself. Where's he shooting at? Okay, traces work both ways, X-Bit, but you're doing better. Looks like it's Sergeant Rabbit and Shughart in there. Lord Shanka on the other flank. X-Bit's aim on target. You guys as they're turning across the bridge. He's overestimating how far. These smokes aren't as bad as they're made out to be, because it's okay. Never mind. They're not hitting where they're not blocking anybody's sight. But if they had guys in this building, it'd be great. But I thought they were a little more forward than that. If they were like on this road here, that would still be just as good. Oh, that was a perfect mortar. No. These mortars are good. He didn't hear me. I swear to God, I didn't push anything. But yeah, no, these mortars are good. He saw where these landed, and he understood. Look at these mortars now. That is great. Stormfront hasn't lost anybody as he pushed.
Storm, let me know when you get to far end.
Yeah, these are great mortars now, blocking off a lot. Ooh. Who's in this crossfire? The Stormfront goes down, or yeah, Storm goes down. Wing Stars may go down soon after. Hank is in a great MG. They're shooting at it though. Keep going. Don't waste this smoke. Don't crawl back, Pickle. Don't crawl back. Keep going. You only have a little bit of smoke. You've got a couple seconds of smoke. You have to go. They need to get this mine. Don't do it, Bradley. Wing 2 Stars gotta see it. Go. These smokes are as good. I'd actually get more guys going now. Look at these smokes. These are landing, and they're covering the bridge. This is perfect. They need to see this fucking mine though. And they're just shooting at the mine. There's no way. They're gonna make sure these guys are gonna want to get off the bridge as see him, hear him? Jump off now. Go, go, go. They're not gonna look for the mine. They want to stay alive. This is a one life event, ladies and gentlemen. So they just want to stay alive. That's what they see. Great smokes. Holy shit. Whoever's on these smokes is great. Oh, a lot of people dying though because they're not being aggressive enough. This is just from not being aggressive enough. Who got these kills though? Great smokes. I'm gonna continue to say that. Who's on this? Great positioning on this Dishkateki. Hank's the one manning it. Just excellent. See what he can see. There's a very narrow field of fire, but it is perfect. Perfectly bridge level. More fire again. But you can't stop. You see, you stop, you die. stop, you died. Ape stopped him, he died. They just didn't have smokes on that end. When the smokes were good, that was good. You stop, you die. Look, big smoke, don't go prone, you're gonna die. Alright, they finally got eyes on it. See, when they had the mortar smokes here, they just okay, they got more smokes coming. I was like, they either should have taken advantage of the situation, or they should have gone. Or I really have, they should have taken advantage of the situation. You need to have guys ready to go. He's pulling off his base of fire now, so this may hurt them, but he's moved up the Bradley to be a more effective base of fire. But opening up, getting it closer just means opening it up to lat shots. And there's some needles that you gotta thread, but I'm sure like Heartbreaker, if he's a lat, no, I don't think he is, would not question or would not hesitate doing that. Would not hesitate threading that needle and taking out the Bradley, especially if you can take that down that weapon. It would be huge for the INS. Who won last round? The INS won the last round quite handedly. We need smokes. More smokes. They're just interested in getting off the bridge now. They're not going to see this mine. They're not. It's going to be up to the driver. I bet it's Payne. I think it's Payne. He's the driver. He's got to see this mine. It is even hard for us to see it because of the sun. How's he going to see it? Is he going to see it? Does he got to be right on top of it? Lat shot. Don't scare them. You don't want to shoot a lat shot out now. Make them think they can keep pushing straight forward. Because if you get them to turn off sooner rather than later, that's just going to hurt your case. There's a mine right here. Oh no, look, we're punting gets run over. They're just running over bodies. Alright. They got infantry across, though. About the same, I'd say, of what the U.S. got across last time. There's still MRAPs up. There's still Bradley up. There's... Okay, there's 9. So they're down about 8 more people. They got about 8 less people than the U.S. were able to get across last time. But they're in a more hardened position. If they stop taking these unacceptable peaks, or unfavorable peaks, let the Bradley do some work. Yeah, see, Sugar saying get off, come back down. Come back down. Alright, he missed the mine. We made him get off sooner rather than later. Fine. They see it? They're sitting in smoke, they don't see it. Oh, he's gonna hit it. Oh, come on, somebody hit it. Oh. Vehicles have free reign now. They've got all the deflate in the world. 3, 4. So 10 U.S. soldiers got across, and all of their vehicles alive and well. I didn't even count vehicle crews. So 9 U.S. soldiers plus their vehicle crews of 15 U.S. infantry across in hardened position. They've got a foothold. Now it's gonna be somebody to take charge. Somebody needs to take charge of this. Guys, I believe Rose went down. Yeah, Rose went down. Who needs to take charge? There's a lot more assets on this side than there were for the U.S. last round. With that Bradley in a much better positioning. Much better position. He just got to make sure his armor is facing the right direction every time. Using the Bradley as a shield for the MRAPs is a great decision. I don't know if that's intentional or just accidental. What did that get killed by? Bet it got killed by this Dishka up here. Look at them, they're just peeking where they shouldn't be. They should be down first floor. Here, get you guys on the first floor, get you guys moving, because they're not doing any good peeking windows. They need to be moving through and clearing these guys out. Yeah, those Vics are so lucky. One of the MRAPs goes down, and yeah, Karma Cut guiding this guy in. Karma Cut just standing behind him. Look at Karma Cut. This is a deadly combination. A set of binoculars and an MG. MRAP can see this. Or sorry, the Bradley can see this. You just need to stop getting these unfavorable trades, though. Like, they shouldn't even be over there yet. I guess they're gonna try and take advantage of the. Oh, look at that! Look at that shot on the Bradley or the MRAP. They're gonna try and use the red dot to their advantage and take some of these shots, but like it hasn't been working out for them. They just haven't been able to land those. So I'd say get in there and try and take as many as you can before you lose too many to these long-range engagements that you clearly aren't winning.
I see multiple enemies in the compound.
It's a brutal operation. This is very brutal for the U.S. They've had a time of it.
To our south is pretty hot. They're all right. Give me how many floors?
So they've got basically two fronts on this, or two areas they're operating out of. They've got the mansion. It's got all the vehicles. It's got an MRAP. It's got a Bradley, and it's got 6 U.S. crewmen. And then they've got a 3-man fire team here, working on the south flank, or actually working on the west flank. So they've got Squad 1 led by Sugar, and they've got Saturn Skull and Hero original. So that's Sugar and Hero's elements. They need, so the potatoes, each U.S. squad got 2 breachers, so there were a total of 8 breacher classes on this for the U.S. If they get 3 of them across, they are IEDs, and so having 8 potential IEDs to clear these buildings would be it would make short work. Wow, this Bradley, that
I think that's the best move.
another MRAP. That was a Bradley? No. Where's the MRAP? There's a Bradley. So MRAP just pulled right. Look at. That's Hank and Karma Cat right there. Where are you, Hank? There it is. Look, it's super difficult for even us to see. Wow. Great job, Hank. Who's sitting at? I bet he's sitting at a great amount, a lot of kills. Said great so many times. Hank, 15 kills. Such deadly position by the from that Dishka.
5.
Yeah, the potatoes. With our modded lair, which was created by Best Pony, and assets and things were made by our amazing mod team. But Best Pony made the actual mod that we use, and it includes a few things. We've got the Breacher class, we've got a couple civilian classes, we've got one of these is Demolition Experts. I don't know what that is, that's brand new to me. And then we've got the Engineer, which is like a miniature fob on an infantryman. Like, it's got like 10 sandbags and 10 barbed wire or something crazy like that. And we've got, yeah, just a few different assets that were created by our mod team. Probably done much.
210 southwest of Bradley.
There's lots of buildings. Which one?
Straight 184.
The 4-story?
Yep, there was a
top right window.
Oh, you get him?
Top
Nope.
left, top left, top right.
So, well, it's not really civilians. Basically, we played a mission where it was
he was on my AGL.
the civilians were the INS old skins. If you've been around from then and remember I guess these INS skins are relatively new. But if you remember the old INS skins, they're just those, and they're on the U.S. team. They like take up arms to help the U.S. because it's like a behind the lines U.S. squad, while everybody else has the old INS. It was a pretty cool operation. Had like a village elder with an AK. It was awesome. Heroes guys gotten across the street. You got most of them across the street. One died crossing. Desmond probably the one who did it. Saturn Skull's not. Like, look at that for a second. It's gonna be rough for him. Heroes already been shot.
We're still still getting contact from people in Gulf 9-2.
I'm just worried if we mount up, we're gonna get latted or something. Yeah, but we're also just sitting here.
The op was streamed, so it is on the Squad Ops YouTube page. So just look up Squad Ops on YouTube, and you will be able to find us and all of our operations. As soon the day after, generally, that they were recorded or streamed, they are made public on the YouTube page. So if you want to check out any of our old ops, you can check out our Squad Ops YouTube.
It's clear at least down to that 4th murder hole.
I'm gonna try to push back towards
Ooh,
you
what a
and
grenade.
take cover and lay down.
Right as Hero runs out, and then he gets shot in the back of the head anyways. Desmond taking the shots. Either way, he was dead. If he had stayed there, the grenade would have got him. If he had run, Desmond got him. In a rock and a hard place. Saturn's called not in a much better spot.
So the westernmost building in that compound.
Village Farmer sounds correct, Potatoes. I'd have to check. And I may be able to figure it out by the end of the upper. But it was streamed, and it was a pretty fun op. I think they had a good time. They've repositioned everybody off of the mansion. See, I don't know why they went to clear out the mansion in the first place. But I believe the original plan was to set up a base of fire for this element over here to cross. But Saturn's the only guy on this element. Farmer's Fates? No, I don't think it was Farmer's Fate. Farmer's Fate's on the. Oh. I need to check. Kokan. It's on Kokan. This was the river one.
Hey, do you guys know if there's only one way up and out of the land bridge?
The US are just repositioning themselves to sort of get into some hard cover and try and cross. You just need some hard cover, and they need the Bradley to start getting a few more kills. It's only gotten 2 so far. So the US or the INS are doing a good job of staying out of windows that the Warrior can or the Bradley can possibly see.
Anyone have any smokes left, any chance? Yes. No. Alright, we can use them on this crossing here.
I have some.
Let's get a fucking smoke screen across. We're gonna head for that bridge 204.
Trying one closer. And last one is super close.
Alright. I'll be first across because it's my bad idea.
We'll see if Shighar can make it across. I think this is gonna be tough for them.
Old
Rabbit, you're up.
It's gonna be really tough for them. Anybody looking? Nope. He missed. He missed.
Yeah, keep going.
Where do they go from here?
Insurgent right in front of me.
Go, go, go. Violence of action. They just need to go.
Pop a grenade, pop a grenade.
There they go. There you go. Grenade. Good shots. Good shots. Get in there now. Get in there now. Don't go prone here. A lot of people bandaging. Don't go prone here. Need to go. They need to keep going. Oh, Saturn's call is already through. He's going to start clearing out. Yes. Violence of action right here. They just get in and get going. Don't give the INS a chance to do this.
Hey, can you guys put some shots on this building?
Not yet.
I didn't even hit him. They need to go before the element of surprise is done and Karma gets to start repositioning guys. Need to go. Get off of the road for sure. You're still getting shot at. Go.
That works.
Good rush. Good. See, if they had done this, if they had been able to do this with the full squad, and they're only losing 1-2 guys clearing buildings like this, and they've still got guys on the outside, like they could easily have swept through. It was just such great positioning on Hank's part, and well, I guess Karmacut set it up, but Hank was the gunner right here. Great positioning, being able to shoot down that road or shoot down the bridge. You need the guys who they got scared. It was all the people who got scared. As soon as they started getting shot at, they went prone, and they died. Everybody who ran past died later on, but they at least made it off the bridge.
I don't see anything.
If they keep escorting this Bradley down the street, I don't picture it ending badly. Actually, I think this Bradley could do some work.
Yeah, right there.
But see, the Bradley's getting in front of the infantry. You don't want that. He was behind the infantry. I was okay with it. But as soon as he gets in front, now what's to stop somebody from running over here? What's to stop him from... Look, 2 lads right here. Because there's no infantry ahead of them clearing this out. Now the lads just got to try and find a window. Or get over here and get up here. These lads are ready. This guy's about to jump out the building. Over there. This one. This one right here. Oh, he's gonna get shot in the back. Getting angsty. Let your infantry ahead of you, please. Oh, what are you doing, lad? Slayron. Oh, he's gonna get on the roof.
Everyone mount up. Everyone mount up right now.
He's gonna get it killed.
Yes, get inside the roof.
He's gonna get everybody killed. This is gonna be amazing.
I'm gonna load the.
He's gonna get shot in the butt.
Medic, I'm bleeding, man. Get out, man. Get out, man. I'm bleeding.
240's loaded.
Patch me up.
Get in.
I'm bleeding out, dude. I'm gonna bleed out.
Everybody died. Gonna get shot in the butt. Not in the side! Oh wow, that didn't do too much damage to them. They're gonna dismount him here. I love this. This is amazing. Clear. Their objective. C.
Contacts upstairs.
Get it, man. This Payne? Yeah, Payne took out 2 in this assault. Rabbit should have been right behind him.
Shit. Anyone around me?
Alright, look at that though. 2 for 3. Be more aggressive. Why Powder Toast needs to get out and do this. He should have been with him. I don't think he understood the actual orders. But you only have 3 guys left. You need to unload. You need to try and complete the US objective, which is to take this hideout. The INS hideout. There's a fob in here that they need to take. There's 2 guys on it. Tough call for Powder Toast Man. Can he do it? He doesn't have a backpack. He's got the crewman kit. Oh. HML. What a sneaky. Sneaky. Look at him point. Look at him point. Oh. Great job for the INS. INS take it both times. Each command won once. INS this time did a little bit better, I feel. Great job though for both teams. They got more guys across than they would have normally otherwise. It was just very good positioning on Karmakut's MG that was crucial in knocking down or blocking a lot of that infantry from crossing. And same thing for Rose. Great job for his lads that they managed to get that Bradley in the ass. Then just stop the U.S. from crossing any of the major roads into the center of the southeast part of Al-Basra. Exactly, just points. Real quick, I'm gonna pull in the commands for an interview. Just double check. Hey Rose, who's the other that was Alright guys, I went ahead and brought in the commands for a quick question on both of you. Starting with you, Rose. Your repositioning on your troops the first round. How quickly were you really moving? I felt like in the stream I was really trying to rush you, but as I was saying, the sort of maneuvering or repositioning you should have gotten, you were moving in. How quickly did you sort of notice that it was a full-on push from the north?
We noticed the vehicles crossing onto the Alley's Island from the very get-go, so I've made a pretty early assumption that they're all going to be over there, and shifted most of my troops over to the east end of the island, or of the defense area. So pretty early on we started shifting, and then just kind of throughout the op trying to get everyone over there.
Cool. Yeah, you actually had the way you moved your guys to sort of counter Karma's push in there, especially as soon as Karma went down, a lot of his comms went down, and you did a great job repositioning your guys as needed, and really prevented them from crossing any of those bridges or any of that actual road. Karma, was that you who chose the positioning for Hank's MG, or was that somebody else?
I did not happen upon that location until I was just up there minding my own business, and I found the perfect location for a Dishka. I had vision on every bridge. It was just tucked away in a nice little slice that was hard to shoot at. It was pure luck that I found that Dishka placement.
That was an amazing placement. Like Hank got it, and it really, it shouldn't have worked as well as it should have. Everybody who got shot at got scared and went prone, but everybody who was able to run past, because it was a very narrow field of fire.
It was a very narrow field of fire. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Like crossing that bridge, I kept telling everyone, just keep going, keep going.
As soon as they went prone,
just
they
go.
died. But thank you guys for answering those very quick questions. We'll let you get to the after action.
And thank you, Shadowed.
Thank you.
And with that, we will go ahead and sign off here for Squad Ops. If you want to participate in any of these events, check us out at squadops.gg. Sign up on our website for our basic training. If you liked what you saw and you want to give us a follow, give us a follow at twitch.tv/squadops. We also put our VODs up on our YouTube page. Just search Squad Ops and it comes right up. And with that, I am ShadowedRitual, and I will catch you guys next Wednesday for our Squad Ops event then.
The organization there's it's whatever. Any other problems with the op? The commands have problem players.
None that I noticed.
Stream stats. Hit